Okay, so we're back for more Blackwork stuff.
Oh, yeah. Your favorite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm inundated with them. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
you know, the funny thing is I don't even know that, this is going to sound really funny, I don't even know that Blackout is my favorite tattoo style. Right?
Well.
Like, I think I'm moving more and more away from it.
Yeah.
Like, as time goes on.
The more tattoos you get now?
It's not like I dislike it.
Yeah, of course.
But for me, it was a catalyst. Or like, this is a way to keep getting tattooed, and now it's about other things, right?
Yeah.
So the Blackout as an end goal for me probably isn't the vibe.
No.
But I don't know. Maybe it was at some point, but
maybe it will be again. Who knows? You got
right?
a long life to lead.
Yeah, I mean, I like all tattoos, but I don't know that Blackout's my favorite. I got to say
that's reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a few. We got half dozen or so.
A half dozen.
Yeah. So first ones first. We got a couple of really good ones. This is some nicely done stuff here.
Yeah.
So I'll just go through a few of these photos here for you. Just kind of paint splattery ends.
Yeah.
Really nicely put on there. That's for sure.
Paint splattery stuff is just not good enough for me because there's no way this person's done.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely not the finishing line.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're going to bring that stuff up onto the shoulder, then maybe I can give you that. Because, like, no one ever stops at a half sleeve.
No.
If we get a half sleeve and it's like, yeah, I just want a half sleeve. And then 2 months later, you're booking in for the rest.
Yeah.
The other problem I have with this is, like, while I love the tattoo that's in there, this black needs to get rid of that.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's in question for me. It's like, how long are you going to hold on to that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it was cool on its own, but now that black is got to take the forefront.
Yeah, this is like Venom overtaking that
Yep.
tattoo.
That's what happens every time.
Yeah.
And I used to think that I was going to keep on to some of my stuff on my arms, but it's always a matter of time. That being said, the way they have broken it up is really, really cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice way of bordering that piece. Maybe, who knows what this piece in there means to this guy. It's always so personal, right? But
Yeah, I don't know. I just think he doesn't hate the tattoo and therefore didn't want to get rid of it.
well, probably. But I mean, it's going to be worth it for you too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can always keep this kind of a finish,
Yep.
but just bring it up farther.
Yeah, agreed.
Because whoever's doing the black is doing a pretty good job of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's clean. Really clean. So, yeah. No, nothing bad to say
I would
about that one.
suggest this was done with Panthera by the looks of things.
It looks it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always hard to say because so much depends on lighting.
Yeah.
Like, there are days you put me in the wrong lighting and I'm like soft gray.
Yeah.
And then I'll be in another lighting and I'm like blue.
Yeah.
And then I'm somewhere else and I'm like pitch black.
Oh, yeah.
It's really fucking weird living this way, man. I don't know what I look like.
You're always tonally different.
Yeah, it's very strange. You're like, who am I? What's happening to my skin? Because the light
You're a
reflects.
chameleon, bro.
Yeah, you get the right lighting and you're like, oh, I look great.
I look great today. Look at me.
Look at this.
Well, right now, he looks great.
Yeah.
I would think either Panthera or Dynamic Triple Black.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Dynamic Triple Black has like a kind of a different tone to it than the regular black. All right, next up, something wild.
Yeah, this
And
is
again, really well done.
really cool tattoo, but I don't love the stylistic picture for this.
Yeah, take some of the editing away, man.
Yeah, I would have rather this been kind of out in the wild and seen it just for the tattoo. I don't need the fucking song and dance.
Yeah.
I don't need to be wined and dined.
Yeah.
I don't do any of this. I should say I've been famous on Instagram forever and I've never done any of this. Like the really fancy photos. It's always literally just whatever my wife and I take while we're out.
Yeah.
Like it's
I think is the way it should be, personally. But I get it. This is a striking image.
Sure, yeah, it looks cool, and the background pops it out and all that, but this is super edited, and I would rather see what this black looks like on its own, and I'm sure it's dark.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And
I'm sure it
especially
looks
with all
good.
that negative space propping it up.
Well, that negative space is the perfect amount of negative space for this thing to heal. Like, you could not do any less.
Yeah. So this is a better way of going about this, by the way. We had a guy who asked a few weeks ago about that design, if it could be done over black.
Yeah.
It's like, no, do negative space.
Oh, yeah. This sings way more.
If you're looking for something to stand out, it's going to be a hell of a lot less work, and it's always going to be a better look in the end if you start this way.
Oh,
now, if you don't have that option, there are options, thankfully, but if you got a free arm, this is what you should do.
Yeah, you got that right.
What I love about this is there's probably one or two little things hiding somewhere in the black.
Oh, yeah?
But because they've made it so...
cover-ups?
Well, I bet you they're... Well, I mean, there easily could be.
Yep.
But when you go like a huge scale like this, it's really easy to hide little things along the way. Because it's like, who cares about this little script I have in here that's this big? We're just going to put this whole sleeve on you, and no one's going to see that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because there are some spots where the black is there for a longer stretch, right? Like it's more uninterrupted.
Yep.
And in those places, it could suggest a cover up.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're very right.
Yeah, so something like this is really cool for all kinds of reasons.
Super impressed with the technical ability of this dude.
Yeah, this as a bodysuit would be pretty cool to see. I wouldn't be as bored to death with this as I am most of those pattern work things.
This is way more striking.
Yeah, definitely way more striking. So
agreed. All right, next up. So we got a few photos to go through here. Another healing blackout.
Yep.
So
there's some like weird biomech stuff happening on the hand or something. Bioorganic or
something.
Just
skull thing.
So I'm thinking this is just the beginning of all this.
Yeah.
I would say whoever's doing the blackout on this doesn't know their needle depths.
Yeah, it's a little inconsistent.
Still working on it, still figuring it out.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. You might need to go to a different artist to get this done, because whoever is doing this might be the guy he's just been going to.
Yep, probably.
You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, I'll give it a shot, but I don't think that this guy's the right fit for this.
No, I would agree with you. Like, it's just too inconsistent.
Yeah, it's really inconsistent. I had some of this type of black work done on me by two different artists when I was first starting, and it was very clear that they weren't ready for that task. Mm-hmm. And like for as boring as black work is for the artist to do, it still requires a lot of focus.
Oh yeah, it's meditative. You got to be 100% the whole time.
And if you can do it, you can do it. But if you can't, you really can't.
Yeah.
And I don't think this guy knows where he's at.
No. And an interesting thing about blackout is there's no hiding it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it will show. So.
Yeah. Anything else where you got lots going on, it's really, really easy to kind of mask a few things, but. With this, it's the ultimate skill check of can you saturate skin.
Yeah.
If you can't, you end up with something like this.
Yep, agreed.
Patchy, and it can almost look like your arm is falling apart.
Yeah, traumatized.
Yeah, it's not a good look. Blackout done wrong is not a good look.
No. It needs to be smooth and painted on.
Blackout has to be done well or else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would say if this isn't the beginning of this and you've had this for a while, like you're going to want to just get rid of the rest of it too, because it's not doing anything for the black.
Yeah.
They're not working well in tandem.
No.
Like the black needs to win.
Yeah, and it will.
Yeah.
Trust me, it will.
So.
All right. We've got another one here. This is the beginnings of it. This is pre-cover up.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet tribal.
Yeah, so this is how it all starts.
Yep. And then we've got this as the solution to it.
That's a really cool idea.
It's clever, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this as an alternative to straight blackout isn't bad, because it has a vibe, it has a look like you might have done this from the start. Now that bottom part, however,
bottom part needs to go away.
I don't know what the hell that is.
It's why stop?
Just a mess. I'm really hoping he's just in process here.
Yeah, I would think so.
Just keep going.
Because it looks like he's got. Like they've done a first pass and it needs its touch-up round from the looks of it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. On closer inspection, the black is, not the best. Yeah.
Yeah, not perfect by any stretch.
But
getting there. This will be really cool when it's all said and done.
Yeah, that lower part needs to join up with the top part as much as you can, and you might not want to hear it, but I would say just keep that going over those roses too.
Yeah,
just keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely can.
Do a whole chest panel of this, because now you've got a direction and you can make a whole suit of this.
Yeah, you can really start thinking big concept.
Because I feel like this is the difficulty of getting big stuff done when you're young, and then what are my options?
What am I going to do later in life?
And the flowers are very much speaking the same language to me.
Yep, I would agree.
So I think those should go next.
I would do the forearm
after
first,
that lower forearm.
Holy hell, that needs to go.
And whatever the hell's on the other arm isn't any good either.
Yeah, we probably need to get a few of these things gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, just do this. Do
this
whatever
is
the
cool.
hell your artist's doing here. This is a cool
Just
idea.
keep it on going, man. This is dope.
Yeah, I want to see this whole thing develop into like 2 arms and a chest panel.
Yep.
You know? And then get work on your back too.
Last but not least,
Yeah,
the
so
classic foot blackout.
Yeah, this is Lucky Diamond Rich getting his soul blacked out.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wanted to do this probably just more for the feeling than anything, is what I would imagine. Like there's a morbid curiosity for me anytime I'm in new territory where it's like, I wonder what that's going to feel like.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of what it's going to feel like. I'm curious. That's how it was for me with everything. It was like, oh, I wonder how that's going to feel.
I have a feeling this will hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure he's of a similar mindset where it's like, it's more about, I wonder how it's going to feel, right? And for some people, that's the only way they get to learn their body, too.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a weird thing, but Lucky Diamond Rich being the current holder of the most percentage tattooed man alive or who's ever lived, and I don't know if that really holds up anymore. I'm going to do a whole feature on him soon, so I don't want to get too much into it, but I don't think that's anywhere near true anymore, and I think Guinness has not updated anything in a while.
Yeah.
They've been sitting pretty with that. And no offense to the man, but the world has changed a lot since then.
The tattoo world is very different now.
It's very different, and a lot of people have taken it a lot farther, and sure, he's covered all of himself, but there are people who are doing layer on layer on layer, not just me.
Yeah, of course.
But like I've seen some people where I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
He talks. I've seen him talk about doing 3-4 layers over some places, and I'm like, that ain't it, son. Like that's not enough anymore. You got to be like, some people have done multiple, like 10, 12 layers over the same spots.
Yep.
Now I'm wondering what this soul blackout looks like today.
Mushy nonsense. That's what it looks like.
I'm also wondering if he did it more than once, if he did both more than once, or if he cared.
I would assume after you heal this and it goes terribly because you are standing on both of your feet at all times, my assumption would be like, oh, I guess we can't do that. That would be my thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not exactly a normal cat.
That's
right?
fair.
But at the same time, I don't think that for him it was ever about this thing looking good.
So if you wanted it to stay, dots?
I mean, we've talked about the palm blackout like ad nauseum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you have to do dots and mag shading. But I mean, how good is it going to look?
It's still going to look
And how good
crap.
how good is the sole of the foot to work with?
It's terrible.
It's going to be calloused and dry.
Yeah.
Like
Neither the artist nor the person getting it wants to do your foot 15 times.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's going to be a nightmare. Can you imagine? Oh, he's coming in for round 9.
Yeah.
Just roll your eyes. How are we going to make this thing look good? What is? It's not about
good
that.
at the end of it, you know.
It's just about the experience. Whenever you do something like this, it's literally all for the experience and just to say you've done it.
Yeah, fair enough, you know.
And for me, the reason why I wouldn't do this or the palm blackout is I don't need to be on my ass for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just to say I've done it.
Yep.
And it's not a big dick club for me either. Of I did the pain of it. Like, I know I could do the pain of it.
Yeah.
Is it going to be worth it?
Probably not.
Is this a good investment for Remy? Is this a good investment
Long-term?
for Remy's son and Remy's wife? I'm not doing anything around the house because I got my soul blacked out. Well, why the fuck you do that, asshole?
Yeah.
You know? It's just that stuff doesn't work well for my life.
It's a hard sell.
Yeah.
Hard sell.
Because like I can get by when I do something else likewise painful. Like if I get my armpit tattooed or my nipples or my belly button or my ass cheeks or whatever tattooed, I can still do life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I can still live life for the rest of my week. Almost nothing is impacted by my hobby, my passion.
Yep.
Doing stuff like this, however, all of a sudden
laid
you're
up for
not
a while.
walking. Yeah.
For a long time.
And people don't like that. Like it's not, oh, my wife is giving me a hard time. It's just like it's not worth it for me on balance to destroy my life in pursuit of something that isn't going to last anyway.
I would call that wisdom.
That's just me.
Yeah, that's reasonable. You know?
I don't think this will ever look good no matter how many times you do it. So I have zero interest in doing this.
I agree.
I mean, maybe one day I'll change my mind, but I don't see it in the cards.
Yeah, and then someone will pull up this video clip, send it to you.
Well, I want to. Well, tell you what. Find me a healed picture of this looking great.
Oh,
maybe we'll talk.
Okay, deal.